Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome to the video. Today we're gonna be reacting to Charlie Kirk was racist.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
I
me.
saw this video. I didn't want to react to it yet. I was like, hold up, I'll watch it right now. And I just had like the worst intro I've ever done on Twitch.
Soy pill.
Oh God, alright, let's get it.
Yeah, it's been
can't
long
read this
enough.
shit.
We
I
can
can't
joke
read
about Charlie Kirk now. No, but let me be
We could joke about
completely
Charlie
honest
Kirk
and
now.
heartfelt here. I was joking about Charlie Kirk before we even
Imagine being the last person to talk to him who gets to post "liberal debater destroys Charlie Kirk" video.
knew if he would make it. The
That
only
would be
reason this
crazy.
video didn't come out the day he died is because I had to write it and record it. But why would others, or more importantly, me, a calm, kind, empathetic guy,
So now that we know that you have the mental fortitude of a 5-year-old, can we just disregard like this stupid fucking retard? Like
make jokes about someone who had people saying this
Hey, hold up.
regard like this stupid
Is this Soy Pill? I don't know how Soy Pill looks. Is this him?
fucking retard? Like
make jokes about
She already typed on the intro slide. Should I say who was Charlie Kirk? There's an elementary girl who had to do a presentation on inspiring heroes. She chose Charlie Kirk. Parents, this is how it's done. This young lady's being raised right. Are you fucking serious? Charlie Kirk is an American hero? Yo, what the fuck? Hold on, I did not know what I was getting into. Yeah, I need a joint, bro. What the fuck? Hold up. Oh God. Motherfucker ain't do shit. Yo, sorry guys. I had to like actually snort some crack. Alright, we could go back to react to this, I guess. Fuck it. Oh man.
someone who
Alright.
had people saying this afterwards.
Charlie was fearless, he was not defensive, and there was no hate in his heart.
If that's a quote
Oh God. Yo, I need something to watch this video. I don't know how I'm gonna
that
finish
needed
this shit.
answering. Welcome to the internet, 4-year-old baby with an iPad. On your left is copious amounts of Japanese erotica, and on your right is the filing cabinet where we keep
Holy
stingray
fuck.
death jokes about Steve Irwin, one of the most wholesome people in entertainment history. But Charlie Kirk was no Steve Irwin. Sure, he was a hog whisperer in his own right, but there's a
God.
reason a lot of people didn't mourn, and instead joked or even
Yeah,
celebrated his
a lot of
passing.
people
So let's dive
a lot of people were really happy when he died. I do think it was wrong. We should remember that he was still a human being. But that doesn't take away the fact that you were a piece of shit human being, you know? Like you could be a human being and be a piece of shit, you know? I mean, he didn't harm no one, so he was very hate speechful, and I think he harmed people, matter of fact, by like I would say propaganda. Oh, I just muted the video. It's nice. Hold up.
under our new regime. Like most Americans, Charlie Kirk started his life modestly as the son of wealthy Republican donor parents. He grew up on Rush Limbaugh Republican talk radio, and by 17 was already writing for Breitbart News.
Yeah, I
Charlie
didn't know
went to
this at
West
all. This is as far as I got into the video, by the way.
Point and was rejected.
And I don't even remember that being happening. Like, I saw this video. I might have skimmed through it now that I think about it, because I don't fucking remember seeing the fucking American hero shit. That's fucking crazy. I remember his fans started saying that Hitler also deserved to live on Twitter. What the okay?
Rejected, dropped out of community college, writing for grew up on Kirk, started his
What the fuck is this shit? Why you what is this?
Point and was rejected, dropped out of
After Mr. Kirk explained his vision for bringing fresh conservative ideas to young voters, Mr. Montgomery urged him to skip college and start immediately. Are you serious? Mr. Kirk was accepted at Baylor University and briefly attended Harper College in Palatine. But
community
took his
college
advice and dropped
after
out.
one semester.
So he dropped
forever
out to
touted
be
college as a waste of time for no related reason. And
How
just
college
like
is
you
a
and me,
scam.
by the time he was 18, was connected to wealthy Republican billionaires who decided to fund his crusade in the form of his right-wing propaganda movement.
Low key, yeah. I was just about to say that. I feel like Charlie Kirk was groomed to become an American right wing propaganda. Is kind of like I don't remember his name. But like it's a really interesting point in America that I think people should look into. I was just learning about this actually. I need to look more into it. But how the Democratic Party and the Republican Party in a way switched. Now, why you low-key like Charlie Kirk? Both dropped out at the first semester of community college. I dropped out because, well, no one told me to drop out. That's the only difference.
And other than dying, this is the main reason anyone has heard of Charlie Kirk. Turning point events where he went to college.
I remember this. I would see his clips all around where he would debate people.
And tried to spread his views far and wide. So let's look at some of his passionate views. Namely, his titular racism. Yep, we're jumping right into it this time, since I got a bunch of comments on the Matt Walsh video for leaving all his worst racism till the end. Now, is Charlie Kirk a Klan member? No. He even kicked people out of TPUSA for being too racist. Like this employee who said, I hate black people. Like, fuck them all. I hate blacks. End of story. Or,
wait, this? Oh, God.
This guy.
What's your opinion on racism?
I'm actually racist. I do feel bad for the American Negro.
Only the American.
CU builder of TPUSA, Secretary Nathan. That is insane of a clip. What the fuck?
What's your opinion on racism?
I'm actually racist. I do feel bad for the American Negro.
Only the American
have somewhat of a plight after slavery, and so I do support reparations, but I also support remigration, sending them back.
Huh, I wonder why this keeps happening to TPUSA. But as far as we know, Charlie...
Bro's like McDonald's managers not hiring motherfuckers because they're overqualified.
That bad. See, look, he's
this is actually fucking insane,
but
bro.
He was racist. In this famous clip, Charlie says that he gets nervous when he sees a black pilot.
I'm sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Pretty cut and dry racism, right? Well, no. He says the only reason he thinks this is because...
Okay, big news. We're now accepting application for the first classes at United Avia Academy. Last year, we announced that Avia Academy would become U.S. Airlines to operate a flight training academy or something. Half of them to be women or people of color. See, a lot of people think having to hire diversity, they think like, oh, quality is gonna go down because like they're gonna hire someone who's like less qualified, but only because they're a woman or people of color. That's not how that works. It actually makes the statistically, if you guys search this up, it makes it more harder, in fact, to get in because now you got a whole group of other people trying to get in, and so like, it's not underqualified. In fact, you get more qualifying participants, and they're of color and have to be a woman, and not just prejudiced where you're hiring over. I don't want to hire this guy because he's brown. I don't want to hire this guy because they're not saying. He kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't want to hire her. She's a woman. Like, you feel me?
Because of this DEI
it's a
program from United.
I know Charlie Kirk preached that was
United
wrong.
may have lowered standards in the name of diversity.
You wouldn't have done that before. That's not an immediate... No, you wouldn't have done that before. That's not who I am. That's not what I believe.
It is the reality the left has created.
And that's more reasonable. No one wants pilots who can't do their job. But wait, what was the program that he's talking about? Turns out the statement that Charlie is referencing is a push by United to have women of color admissions in their flight school. Unlike any sort of hiring quota, this is in line with countless other organizations that do similar outreach and promotion campaigns to appeal to.
A lot of white Republicans started posting on Instagram and TikTok about them being treated bad and losing their jobs in red states when DEI was removed because they thought they weren't a part of it. It's fucking stupid. Fuck. So stupid. It's so stupid, bro.
Women and minorities who are historically kept out of these fields. See, it turns out that even though
literally, this is the way I view it. I view it as a propaganda machine to make you think you're a part of it. They're going to trick you. Be like, oh, yeah, I'm a part of this. The moment they have enough power, get the fuck out. Wait. Wasn't I with you guys? We were fighting for the same thing. Nah. Out of here. Out of here. You're a woman or you're of color. Get the fuck out.
Luther King.
Yo, what up? That looks crazy though. Don't clip that out of context now.
Ended racism and then disappeared under
just like this guy in the video. Don't clip anything I say out of context. I'm giving y'all context.
Mysterious
that do sound crazy.
Keeping large demographics out of fields for centuries doesn't just change overnight, and sometimes women are told
we did
their
it.
whole life.
Racism wins once again. Is that what I saw?
For centuries doesn't just.
Oh no, racism is no more.
Change overnight. Sometimes women are told their whole life that girls can't do math, despite their ability to do it well, and they need a little extra encouragement to pursue their strengths in fields dominated by nerdy, socially awkward men who drool over the 10 smart girls in their class of 400 like a pit bull drools on a toddler dunked in honey. So
I don't know, bro. When I was in school, a lot of girls were like way smarter. Like when I was in school, bro, so many smart women. And I was pretty stupid. I'm actually fucking stupid. I'm actually like, look, I'm learning, all right? I'm trying to increase my knowledge, but to be for real with y'all, I'm not the brightest light bulb in the room.
Charlie racist for looking at a black pilot and praying he knows what he's doing, or sexist if he does the same with a woman? Yes.
I don't want LaQuisha
I'd be damned if an obese kid told my little sisters that they weren't smart enough to do math. That ass.
James, and she's just like, "Hi, ladies and gentlemen, pray for me."
But let's give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he's just ignorant, and like any other ignorant people, now understands what the purpose of DEI is. You get it now, right, Charlie? Oh yeah. Now, did Charlie substantiate his worries with statistics on underperforming minority pilots?
I hope he's not a Harvard-style affirmative action student that has points for, and he landed half of his flight simulator, trials.
No, he just made something up about half of them failing. Seeing as it's his job to substantiate his statements, maybe he could do a cursory Google search and find that
This guy lies so much about his interviews, by the way. I mean, not his interviews. He lies in his interviews a lot, especially when he's debating people.
there's no research justifying his fears, or that flight is one of the most regulated things on the planet, and to even fathom that they would let someone be a pilot after failing half their flight simulations is so ridiculous that only someone with a predetermined position on race would say it. Okay,
it's just Discord. it's just me looking at my live. Fucking weirdo.
He acknowledged that he was judging current day black pilots on a program for students who aren't currently pilots.
Wait, hold on a second. You're gonna remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian?
No. So he's judging someone based on the color of their skin, either based on complete ignorance or purposefully lying? I don't know. Sounds like racism to me. But what does his frequent co-host, Jack Prosobiak, say?
It's just racism coded, y'all. It's literally just racism coded.
Dog whistles all the time.
This is an incident that actually happened. The pilot allowed his 15-year-old son and his 13-year-old daughter to take the controls and were flying the plane itself and literally flew the plane into a mountain in Russia and killed everyone on board.
Oh, he compared black and female pilots to children. Any pushback there, Charlie? No. Well, this dovetails nicely into Charlie's comments about prominent black political figures. Charlie referred to prominent black women like Michelle Obama, Joy Reid, Kamala Harris, and Ketanji Brown Jackson, saying,
if we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously.
Affirmative action, regardless of whether or not you think it's currently justified, was meant to rectify past injustices for people like
Kamala was bad. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I do still think Kamala would have been a shitty president, but I think we probably could have been a little better with her at least, rather than having the orange man in office. Yo, this fucking stain, this like black dot in the screen with the yellow was like bothering me. Like I was trying to rub that shit off the fucking screen. Turns out it's part of the fucking like I'm putting my mouse over it. It's part of the fucking video. I literally just fucking licked my thumb and I was wiping my fucking PC screen trying to get rid of it. Definitely shitty, but she would have been way better than Trump. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Someone who was born 6 years.
I do think she was shitty. I think that's like a lot of reasons as well. Like why she didn't get like most of the vote either. She was just fucking ass. It's like choosing between Ken Carson and Destroy. Yo, yeah, you can say that. That's funny as well.
Were allowed to have a credit card. Now, maybe Charlie didn't like these black women just because of their politics. I hate Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell, but never once when I criticize them do I say, "Hey, fuck you, Colin Powell. You lied us into the Iraq War and got hundreds of thousands of innocent people killed. And furthermore, you stole that position from a more qualified white guy who would have lied better and gotten more people killed." That's because Colin Powell has several degrees and years of experience, and not once did it cross my mind that he's only there because he's black, because I'm not a racist. And just in case you had any doubt, here's all of those people's qualifications that are being ignored by
Justice Jackson, Michelle Obama, a Harvard Law degree associate. Yeah, I feel like they ignore a lot of shit. They downplay people so much. I've realized that.
College dropout. And since I know you guys can't read that fast, take a screenshot and study up on black women during this short sponsored segment.
Hey, Jimmy, where you been?
I'm drawing my own original character.
Shouldn't the shark be in the water?
I call him Surf Shark.
Jimmy, you can't call him that. That's the name of the company sponsoring this video.
But what else?
W ad. Pop for it.
that Republicans will quote, judge someone by the content of their character.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will be... Why the fuck am I reading MLK's speech? This is the type of hate I'm going to get when I drop my album.
And not the color of their skin. Right, Charlie?
Kirk
This is
describes
W's.
King as, quote, a bad guy. It's true. As we note in the piece, Kirk has previously described Kirk as a hero and a civil rights icon. It's true. I used to be wrong.
You know what? I gotta give Charlie props here. At least he's being consistent. All those other Republicans pretend to lionize MLK, but at least Charlie realizes that MLK would have hated the current day Republican.
Let's see this fucking tweet. Who was MLK? A myth has been created and it has grown totally out of control. While he was alive, most people disliked him, yet today he's most honored, worshipped, and even defied person of the 20th century. Today, we're going to tell the truth and explain how his myth was born.
And everything they stand for. Speaking
That's
his true
crazy.
beliefs instead of using MLK as a prop. Oh, wait, actually, TPUSA did do that because they used to sell MLK shirts and stickers. There's no need
That's crazy.
to look at this deeply. Charlie finally decided to read past that quote and realized
I want to know what's his points. What's his points?
MLK would have supported DEI and socialism, so he doesn't like him. And this isn't really racist on its face. He's actually judging MLK's views. But one of those views is his support of the Civil Rights Act.
And Kirk's self-described very, very radical view.
I mean, if you're against DEI, you're literally either ignorant or racist. It's basically it.
That the country made a mistake when it passed the Civil Rights Act. Also true.
Yeah, so Charlie often said that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake.
I have a very, very radical view on this, but I heard this shit. This is actually fucking crazy. How could you be against civil rights? This is the most insane thing I've seen of him.
Because it led to things that he doesn't like today, like affirmative action and DEI.
MLK, in my personal opinion and based on every objective analysis, he actually gave us more race focus and less emphasis
Why should we not focus on race focus?
on character and conduct. His core driving philosophy was not about a colorblind society. That is a line in one of his speeches.
I think it's stupid to try to believe in a colorblind society, in my opinion. We all... You know what I'm saying? We all have culture. We all have different things that we're from. I do gotta word this correctly. I'm not trying to like say something like that comes off totally wrong. I'm like, you know, not the best at explaining my thoughts,
He
but
would actually be closer to a race Marxist, almost akin to a DEI type philosopher if you go deep into his writings, especially later in his life.
But you know what I'd do if I thought the Civil Rights Act led to downstream effects that I didn't like? I would say, hey, I don't like those downstream effects. Let's change those. Not the legislation that ended segregation was a mistake.
literally.
It's a week we talked about why the civil rights.
Literally, why? It's crazy to say that shit. You can't say that shit. That's fucking insane. That's
Act was a mistake.
It's like me complaining that anime exists by saying that rebuilding Japan was a mistake. Drop more bombs. So yeah, these are some of the bigger examples of Charlie's racism, and we can casually throw in forcing his employees to go to work on a federal holiday because it's one that celebrates black liberation, confusing a Sikh person for Muslim in his Islamophobic rant, a thing you do if you're only judging them on the color of their skin.
Wait, what? London, Calgary,
Or saying that liberation, confusing a Sikh
will soon have Muslim
person for
layers.
Muslim in his Islamophobic rant, a thing you do if you're only judging them on the color of their skin, or
dude,
saying that
so
Zohran
stupid.
Mamdani getting elected
24 years ago, a group of Muslims killed the... Yo, this is crazy. Why are you blaming this on Muslim people? The fuck? It's actually fucking insane. Yo, I did not see this tweet. I've never seen this tweet of him. This is insane. There was an artist in my scene who started posting a lot of his quotes after he died, and people got mad and held her accountable for following him. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yo, this is insane. Now a Muslim socialist, like, bro, what the fuck?
is akin to the 9/11 attacks, and basically everything else he said about
Yeah, okay, yeah, this is fucking crazy. The Muslims fine shits are to die for, not gonna lie. Yeah, Islam is the sword the left is using to slit the throat of America. Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. Muslims are bro, America was never fully founded on religion. There was a lot of people that believed in different things. It was never just one certain thing, one certain belief. Christianity, like, that's how people, like, holy shit. A lot of people, like, they, how do you put it? They back their racism with Christianity, or like Christian views, quote unquote, or biblical, quote unquote, statements. When I think it's like totally taken, like, respect to religion and respect to what you believe in, but to use it for this way or like for mass hate is like, bro, it's wrong overall. Didn't Jesus say love your neighbor?
About Muslims. And for all you guys saying that Islamophobia isn't racism, sure, technically, but show me the Republican rant about Albanian Muslims, and then I'll believe you. Before we move on, I do want to talk about women for a second. You may think I'm going to bring up that clip where he says women should be forced to carry their rapist's baby. But you know what? I again respect that take from him. And not because I agree. Obviously, abortion restrictions put women in danger and are horrible and have made the strip club way more expensive for me. But at least he has the intellectual consistency to say what other Republicans won't. If you think abortion after millisecond 0 is murder, then why would it be okay to murder a baby just because the father was a bad person? All the Republicans who make exceptions are saying, well, it's okay to kill babies.
Look, I can understand opinions like this, as he said as well. I can understand it. Shit, I used to actually be pro-life. You know? I won't lie, when I was like really religious, I was against killing, you know what I'm saying, the fetus. Now I kind of realized I'm still mixed on that. I don't think I've fully taken account, but I think you should be allowed to do whatever you want. Your body, your choice. You know?
But since he's not as racist as someone else, now it's my fault for using words correctly. If I call David Duke or Nick Fuentes racist, which they objectively are, I'm not calling for them to be attacked. So it's irrelevant whether or not my analysis of Charlie's is accurate. Of course, Charlie Kirk isn't Joseph Goebbels. That's Stephen Miller. That said, I'm not going to refrain from accurately describing someone's politics just in case some crazy person decides to reenact a bot-filled TF2 lobby. And it looks especially inane when you see the way Republicans
let them die.
for civil war after the Charlie incident.
The left is losing the battle of ideas. Violence is a last resort. They're trying to silence us.
Hey, buddy, I want you to shut the fuck up, but I'm not going to hurt you to make it happen. Because if there's one thing in that article that I did agree with...
Bro, I hate it when it's like, when something happens, like, I've seen this. I have seen this firsthand. When something happens to the right, it's, oh, the left is attacking us. But when something happens to the left, it's just a fucking... I mean, well, actually, no. Both sides of the politics will actually use them against each other. I won't lie. And it's just the radicals, which I do think you're crazy and wrong. But can we just say it for what it is without bringing politics into it? Unless it actually does... Nah, even if it involves political views, it's usually the crazy people that do it anyways.
Recline on, it was that political violence is a virus and shouldn't be normalized. That said, while I think celebrating or encouraging more political violence is bad, it's okay to be happy that bad people are gone. As we've seen, Charlie spread some of the worst ideas to millions of people. He is responsible for making the country worse for all of the aforementioned groups.
Yeah,
so when
I agree with that.
Or trans people or black people...
They said the assassin was a white girl and started blaming the guy's trans girlfriend. Yeah, I seen that. Hi, I'm late. Yo, what's good, Husk? What's up, man? Hi, I'm late. I fell asleep. It's all good. I was making music earlier. Now we're doing reactions.
For anyone who had to listen to this guy or his fans or deal with the legislation that he helped...
Literally, I feel bad for anyone that was brainwashed by this dude.
Celebrate when he's not doing it anymore. Yeah, I get it. If you had a bully who made your life worse in every way and he was killed by a drunk driver, that doesn't make drunk driving okay, but you don't have to pretend to be sad that your bully is gone. You're even allowed to be happy.
Charlie Kirk is horrible?
Yes, I'm glad he's not here.
You're glad he's dead?
Yes.
I do the exact same thing. Would you be glad if I would die?
Maybe.
Yes.
Your friend just said...
I'm joking. Yeah, I'm trolling. Don't cause violence. But yes.
I'd be happy if I died.
It's like Hitler, bro. Hitler died. Aren't we all glad? Hello? I feel bad for whoever was in the music.
And God forbid people joke about it. Like the right hasn't been spamming.
This is how I feel when ops get exposed for being pedos. Congratulations to Judge Floyd on being 5 years sober today. Okay, that's fucking crazy. Trayvon Martin would have turned 21 if he hadn't taken a man's head and beat
Martin or Paul Pelosi or...
Why the fuck is Ben Shapiro Paul Pelosi Halloween costume? Yo.
Trans people, etc., etc. What you shouldn't be happy about is political violence. The reason political violence is bad is because it creates an environment where people don't believe in democracy as an institution, and where
they believe in taking matters into their own hands.
Form of communication. Who cares about voting if your preferred candidate might die in office? Who cares about the marketplace of ideas if the marketplace is as dangerous as an American school on the same day that Charlie Kirk was shot?
Facts.
You shouldn't want to live in a world where opinions are expressed through violence, because no one is insulated from the consequences, and we may as well not have politics at that point. This killing did nothing for the anti-Charlie Kirk movement, in part because it helped radicalize the very people that Charlie supported. They tried to use it to take gun rights away from trans people, and to pass intrusive hate speech laws. But it also did nothing because Charlie Kirk was not uniquely interesting. Rather, he was shockingly mediocre. Sure, he was successful, but what makes him better than any other billionaire-funded Republican pundit? They're already trying to replace him with Brylan Hollyhand, and other than having a name like a gay British duke, I don't think he's much different. I was gonna include a section comparing right-wing incitement of violence to left-wing incitement, and how the right is overblowing things in comparison. But by the time I finished
Smoking
writing,
that Charlie
no
Kirk
one's
back?
really talking about Charlie Kirk anymore. He came and went like a
Charlie
fart
Kirk
in
fell
a
off,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
guys.
Tournament room. Powerful and moving for a moment, but ultimately inconsequential. The right was wrong. This killing didn't
Yo, guys, Ray shoot me again. What is this? Wowie, Angie. No more nitro for Sosa. Bum. What the fuck? Yo, this is hate speech.
create a million
This is hate
more
speech. Ban him, ban him, ban him.
There's
Mods, ban him.
always been a million more. And there
I need to find shit to give me that Kirk.
always
Okay.
will be. Because it doesn't take a lot of talent to get up in front of a camera and
We
say
though
dumb
we like
shit.
it.
I should know.
I like it.
No.
I will
Some
always
people
appreciate
make it
fan
to the
art.
top and kick the ladder away. Well, I make it slightly above the bottom and extend as many ladders as possible with my segment, Oops, All Ladders.
Hey, good
Today's
video by
ladder is
Soy, bro.
Thomas Skeen. He made a hilarious and well-researched video that will help you explain.
I'm glad he put into words. You know, you don't have to wish death on someone, but we can be glad they're gone. You know. And yeah, man, that'd be video. Subscribe, tap like button, and thank you for watching. A Mexican 19-year-old yap in his apartment. He died believing in the Second Amendment. He died his favorite man. Yeah, basically.